Hello guys, how are you? I am Aditya. I am back with a new video to share some tips about studies like physics. I am gonna explain you about the differences between isothermal process and adiabatic process. So let's start with the isothermal process. The process in which pressure and volume variation takes place at constant temperature is known as isothermal process. But in adiabatic process, the process in which pressure and volume takes place at isolated system. The process in which pressure and volume variation takes place at isothermal system is known as adiabatic process. Then second point, in this process heat is exchanged between the system and surroundings. In isothermal process heat is exchanged between system and the surroundings, but in adiabatic process, in this process no heat is exchanged between the system and the surroundings. So no heat is exchanged between system and surroundings, but in isothermal temperature is constant, means temperature always remains constant, but in adiabatic temperature changes, but not in isothermal temperature remains always constant, but in adiabatic temperature changes. So this process is performed in good conducting vessels. And this adiabatic process is performed in bad conducting vessels. So here isothermal du is equals to 0, but in adiabatic dq is equals to 0. So isothermal obeys first law of thermodynamics becomes dq is equals to dw. In adiabatic first law of thermodynamics becomes dw is equals to minus du. So I think guys you enjoyed a lot. You understand how the differences between adiabatic and isothermal. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel for knowing more about the physics. Thank you. Bye bye. See you. Here it is, you saw it. This line is called as isothermal, and this line is adiabatic line. This is the pressure, this is the volume, and this is P1 and V1. You can go through so many images. This is the differences. This is the adiabatic line, and here it is. This is the isothermal line. This burns at 300 degrees kelvins. Here the temperature changes according to the surroundings. In isothermal we read it before, but not in adiabatic. In adiabatic temperature changes, but in isothermal temperature wouldn't changes, because isothermal is the total amount of heat changes, but adiabatic total amount of heat remains constant. Here specific heat of gas in this process is infinity, but in adiabatic specific heat of gas in this process is 0. Hence the volume will be meter cube. The process takes place slowly. Isothermal process takes so much of time, hence it takes place slowly. But adiabatic, this process takes place very quickly, hence these both have so much of variation. This is known as Carnot engine. These isothermal and adiabatic expansions both leads to a formation of Carnot engine, where here A to B, B to C, and C to A. Here these two show us the variation in temperature. Bye guys, bye bye.